These are 15 items that women should never wear in 2025. You guys love to hate these videos. You love to watch them, you love to hate on them, and that is fine. Will you continue to wear whatever the heck you want? Yes, and so will I. But let's talk about these boring, dated block heels. Are these the worst things that you could wear? Absolutely not. They're really not that bad, but they're definitely outdated for 2025. And I think there's some better options that I might suggest. Now, do you have these heels? You probably have them in either beige or black. And I think the beige is more the dated look, as you're seeing here. It's just very, very basic, and I get it. I mean, they go with everything. You can throw them on with whatever dress you want, and it's fine. I mean, I still have these, like very, very similar. These even kind of have like a scalloped detail, which I think makes them a little bit different. I mean, you can even see my toe, like my foot imprint in these. I wore them so much. So if you do want something a little more up to date, I have two options. One being just the kitten heel. Kitten heels are just very on trend. Again, these will go with literally everything. You can throw them on with any dress and it's gonna be great. But if you want some height, then I would suggest heels that look like this, which aren't incredibly different. They're just not block heels. So the heel is a lot skinnier and it makes your legs not look as chunky. And around the toe, there's some mesh detailing, which mesh is definitely very, very on trend for this year. So as you can see in these photos, like this particular shoe just again really elongates the leg, but is way more up to date for 2025. Okay, now I do have a few more shoes later on in the video that are definitely going to surprise you, but I actually want to move on to dresses. There's a few styles of dresses that I think should be completely outlawed, not only because they're just flat out of style, but they honestly just make you look stupid. And I'm really talking about the bad seam placement that we often see. And you can still buy these dresses. It's when the seam is either right above the chest, which is very odd, or it's actually kind of like below the chest, and it can make you either look pregnant or it can just make you look really frumpy. It gives you absolutely no shape. And this was kind of stylish a few years back. Now it's just dated, and again, it makes you look dumb. So next time you're buying a dress, maybe you're trying one on in a dressing room or you're ordering one online, just look at the seam placement. Just make sure that seam is in the smallest or skinniest part of your waist, and that will instantly make you look more feminine. It will give you a prettier silhouette, and it's just gonna be way more flattering. But hold up. Things could still go wrong. When you are shopping for said dress, or really any piece of clothing whatsoever, just make sure there's not too much going on, because this dress is a perfect example of that. I mean, there's a spaghetti strap on one side, a regular sleeve on the other. There's ruffles. There's a really weird, loud pattern happening. There's a tie waist. I mean, yes, you can cinch your waist. You can make it look flattering, but again, there's too much happening. So when you're picking out a piece of clothing, just make sure there's only one or two interesting details max. Okay, next, let's talk about satin, which sometimes I see in dresses, but I usually see it more with skirts. Like satin skirts can be very stylish even in 2025, but not when you're wearing the cheap colors. And let me explain what I'm talking about. There's one in particular, especially from Amazon. It's this like champagne, really pretty beige. Like here's like what I really do like. I love this color, but I have experience where like I've ordered this color and then this is really the color that you get. And to me, this looks very cheap. It has like this yellow hue to it. This is a really bad, cheap satin color that I think looks horrible anytime, especially for 2025. I also am not a fan of like this weird kind of lime green or even like this periwinkle blue color. These colors just look cheap and very outdated for 2025. If you want to wear a satin skirt, because it really can be so nice to throw on maybe a cool summer top or even like a sweater and, you know, wear it into the fall, just get black. A black satin skirt, super stylish. Okay, I think this is the last thing that has to do with wearing dressier outfits, but this is definitely something that women should no longer be doing in 2025. So say you're going to a wedding or maybe just some fancy occasion and you're wearing a dress. You need to stop wearing your everyday bag with that dress. This is what I'm talking about. These like big chunky purses, maybe you take them to the office or it's just your everyday bag full of all of your stuff. Like it just brings the entire outfit down. Does not look good. And then here's examples of like a nice dress with a nice, simple, dainty bag. It takes like 1 minute to switch over a few of your essentials into the smaller bag, but it pulls the whole outfit together. This next one's gonna make people mad. It is what it is, and I'm sure in a few years I'll be saying the opposite, okay? But for 2025, the V-neck basic white layering t-shirts just aren't in style. It's just the truth, okay? Just the regular crew neck t-shirts by themselves look great. You can throw it on. It's a chic outfit, but if you do want to layer with it, maybe add a cardigan or some sweater over top, that looks great with it peeking out at the top. Definitely more in style for this year. But speaking of cardigans and sweaters and layering, we have to talk about the long casual cardigans, and this is what I'm referring to. This is absolutely out. And I do want to be clear that if you are wearing like a dressier outfit with a long cardigan, that can actually be styled pretty well. But if you are just going for like the casual basic t-shirt, long cardigan over top, definitely out of style. If you want to make it more up to date, cardigans are definitely still in. It's just how you wear them. So like the boxier, shorter cardigans like this, again, that crew neck t-shirt underneath, or just like a more fitted cardigan that you button all the way up and you wear it more like a shirt. Like see all of these colors, that would all be just fine. But if you do like the oversized cardigan look, I still think that actually is in for this year. It could be going out, maybe not, I'm not really sure. But as you can see, this is definitely oversized, but it's not too crazy long. It's still more of a boxy boyfriend look. Super quick, if you are enjoying this video at all, or maybe you're more enjoying disagreeing with me, that is fine too. I would love for you to subscribe down below. It really helps out my channel. It takes 2 seconds and it's totally free. This next one is funny, but it's so true. Circle zippers are just out for 2025. And this is what I'm talking about. It's where you have a sweater or a pullover or something, and there's a zipper with like this circle ring attached to it that allows you, I guess, to grab it easier, but it's just very dated looking. I don't know. It's just like a weird detail that I've noticed. I feel like I honestly see it more in low-end stores, but really anything with just a regular zipper, maybe the zipper blends into the shirt or the sweatshirt, or maybe it even has an accent that's black and kind of stands out. That even looks better in my opinion. And then this next shirt looks so bad to me, and I honestly don't have a better suggestion. It's more me saying don't buy or wear a shirt like this ever. But it's any top where the sleeves are the same exact length as the shirt itself, like this. Like the sleeves are the same length. It's so weird. It's not long sleeve. It's definitely not short sleeve. It's not even 3/4 length sleeves. It's the most bizarre sleeve length. But let's move on to a few accessories that are just not good for this year, starting with a studded belt. And hear me out. I love a good studded belt if you get the right kind. Now, this is an example of what's not in style. These studded belts are very gothic. I think they look kind of cheap, especially if you get ones where the gold is very brassy, so pay attention to that. But this is more the style of studded belts that I really think can actually elevate your outfit. I love the black and silver. That to me just looks really, really chic and on trend. If you do like the yellow gold like myself, again, just pay attention to the gold tone. Make sure it's more of a subdued gold. Here are just some examples paired with outfits, again, with some of those cardigan sweaters. It really can be a nice addition. And then we have choker necklaces, which it is kind of confusing because the last few years, anything with a 90s vibe has been so in style. But I think choker necklaces are kind of the exception, and I'm talking about those like thick, chunky black chokers that go around the center of your neck. I do not think that's in style for 2025. But I do think some form of a choker necklace is, but like a chain necklace that sits around your neck, but more at the bottom base of your neck. I think that's very in style, and it could be a lot of different styles. It could even be like a seashell thing. It could be a very dainty necklace that, you know, is a little bit more around your, like that could be okay, but like the thick black ones, not so much. Okay, we can't have one of these videos without talking about jeans. So these next few jeans are just completely out. I'm sorry to say, but we need to talk about the wide leg cropped jeans, and that's the key. I'm only talking about the cropped jeans like this example where it is like a wide leg style, but it ends right at the middle of your calf. It is so bulky and unflattering. I do not think this is in style right now at all, but I do think wide leg jeans in general, when they're like the full length, can look great. Just make sure you're pairing those with a tighter or just more fitted top. Then it kind of balances it out and makes it look so much more stylish. And then kind of going along with that, really any jeans with some unique design to it is most likely out of style for this year. Like this is a great example, these like snap jeans. There's like snaps that go along like the bottom, like flared out part of the jeans. And it's so dated to me. It looks very, very dated. Now, if you do want snaps, I just thought I'd throw this in the video real quick because in a recent like fashion video, I talked about these Amazon jeans that snap at the waist to kind of like cinch the top of your waist, and it just makes the jeans fit so much better. When I posted that video, so many people like just flocked to it. It's sold out. They're back now, and there's different colors. I think they're only like $35 to $39. Such a good price point. I just think that these are very, very in style, but I love how you can customize them to fit you perfectly. So I'm more just throwing it out there that they are back in stock. And yes, everything good in this video that I talk about or mention, I will have linked down below in the description box and also pinned in the top comment. But let's move on to some shoes that are just very out of style. The last ones are going to make you mad. Let's begin with the T-strap sandals. The T-strap sandals are these right here, which you probably have. So many women have these sandals from the last decade. They're very comfortable. They're flat. You can throw them on. I get it. Continue to wear them. It's not that serious. Who really cares? But if you do want a sandal that is way more in style and it's just as comfortable, there's many options like these strappy sandals. Again, they're flat. You slip them on. They look much more up to date for this year. And then there's the beloved Nike Dunks, or more specifically, the Panda black and white Nike Dunks. It's so funny when something goes so incredibly viral, it can very quickly crash and burn. And I saw so many just really fashionable people wearing these with really cool outfits or even just simply with jeans. But now, in my opinion, it looks so outdated. And if you have these, you love these, you wear these, that's fine. Who the heck cares what I say? But I do think the Adidas sneakers are still having their moment. And I'm not even just talking about Adidas Sambas, even just like the Tokyos that are a little bit more sleek. You can even still get them in a fun color. But here is an example with Adidas sneakers that are still a bright shoe. It incorporates a nice pop, but it also incorporates so many of the other simple trends that I talked about in this video. You know, a nice sweater with a crew neck peeking out, wide leg jeans, these nice sneakers. These are such cool outfits for 2025. So I hope you found this video semi-enjoyable. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and I'm sure I'll see you hopefully in my next one. Bye.